Hey everybody, welcome to Technique Tuesday. Today we are going to go one step further than we did last week with our macrame designs. This is what we did last week and this is what we're going to do this week. So we're still going to use a lark's head knot across the top here, and then this time we're going to add a diagonal clove hitch knot across it, and these are actually 2 rows of it. So again, we're going to start out with, this is our oversized design, this is our normal size design. This way you can see a little better. And I also alternated my colors. I chose colors that would stand out a little better so that you can see which string is going which direction. So for this bigger one, I needed longer strings. These are about 18 inches long, and these are about 12 inches long. So once they're folded in half and attached, they're about 6 inches long. So last week I used this to measure, and I used a hotel room key. This time I just wrapped it around this to give me a consistent size. This is also a hint as to what we're going to be doing next week on Technique Tuesday. So cut my string that is 3 millimeter, and I'm going to fold it in half. So this is just a repeat of how we do the lark's head knot. Like I said, I'm alternating colors. You can do this on purpose to create some really pretty designs. You could ombre, you could go light to dark, totally your choice. So let's see, I've got 2 more to put on here. And I did do an odd number of strings. So let me show you what I mean. So let's put this lark's head knot on. Last one. Oops, totally got my hands all in that shot. Sorry about that, gang. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lark's heads on here. The reason being is we're going to want to find our center point. So 1, 2, 3. And because I have alternating colors, I want a little bit of this last color on both sides. So therefore I did an odd number. And you can see it here where it comes down and the color splits. You can also see that I got this a little loose, but that's okay. So split your design, and we're going to start with one side and then work to the other. Now, a couple different ways to hold this steady, especially when you're working with a smaller size. You can either use like a piece of wood and a clip, like a binder clip or any kind of clip you can find. Make sure you put something soft over the top of it so that it doesn't put a dent in your wood. Or you can use some styrofoam, like a styrofoam block. T-pins work a whole lot better than push pins do. Or if you have a clipboard, you can clip it up under and that'll hold it steady for you. So just a couple different options to keep this still so that you can use both hands. So I'm going to keep one section off to the side, and I'm going to work on this right section first. It doesn't really matter which one you start with, that's just how I'm going to do it. Now I have gone ahead and glued the back side of this with my gel super glue. I did that like we did on our one last week. And I'm going to take this far right string, and this is going to be our string that then runs diagonally across here. So that you can see where that string keeps going and see that we don't work with this string, I'm actually going to tape it loosely to my piece of wood, just so you can see what we're working with here. Now you'll notice that, let me pull this in a little closer. By doing that, you've got this string, it's running underneath this diagonal one. You're going to take this far right string, lay it across, lift up your diagonal string, and slide this under. Then gently pull it all the way to the very top and snug it down. I'm going to do that one more time. Same string underneath, pull the knot, and snug it down. Then we're going to go to the next string. Do the same process. Snug it down. Do the second one, same string, snug it down, and then we're going to work our way all the way across. Now this is where you want to try to keep these strings as tight as possible. Is that 1 or 2? I think that was 1. That's what I get for not paying attention. 2. There we go. And we can look back and see. And on my example, you can see I got a little loose on these strings in here. So just kind of keep that in mind. And if you mess up, don't worry. Just undo it and do it again. You're probably not going to get it 100% right the first time, but that's okay. So I'm going to just keep going all the way across here. Under, try to get that up to where you can see it. Under, pull, tight. One more time. Under, pull, tight. Sorry about the jiggling. My camera is not mounted the way I really want it to. Okay, so that takes us all the way to the bottom on this side. Now I'm going to take these and push them off to this side. And then I'm going to do the same for this other side. Lay all my strings out. Take my furthest one on the left. Lay it across here. Give myself a little bit of slack. And tape it out of the way. Take this far string. Go across the top. Under. Slide it all the way to the top. Pull it tight. Across, under, pull it tight. And if you need to kind of scooch it up there, do it. Next one, blue string. Slide it up. Second one. Now I'm going to go a little bit faster so you guys don't have to sit here and watch me do this 20 more times. Wish I had some cool music to play for background noise. I'm not sure what it would sound like, but it might be entertaining. I'll have to work on that for next time. Alright, almost there, almost at the bottom. Under, sorry, I know the camera wiggling's annoying. I have ordered a boom so that it will mount better, but it won't be here for a few days. And we just got snow this morning, so that's probably going to delay everything. Oh well, we'll adapt. Okay, last one on this side. So now you see we're at the middle, and this is where you can see that we have one blue on each side. And that's because we did an odd number at the top. If you want to do an even number, do an even number. If you want to do more, do more. There's no wrong way to do this. So now I'm going to lift up my tape and shake the whole table. And I'm going to join the left side and the right side. So I'm going to take the left. These are our strings that crossed over here. I'm going to take the left, loop it over the right, pull it up, and pull it through. Then I'm going to do that again. Left, over right, pull it up, and pull it through. So now I have the colors on either side, and then the joined color together. Now to do the second row, like we have here, we're just going to repeat that whole process. So we're going to start here on the right, take the furthest right string, loosely lay it across here, tape it down. Now we're going to start with a blue, go up, under, pull tight, up, under, pull tight. I'm going to go through this a bit faster, I hope. You never realize that you get nervous videoing until you actually do it, and then I am all thumbs. Okay, just rolling right along. 2 tight, 2 tight, and you see our pattern starting to come together. And if your strings are long enough, you can do this 3 deep. You can do it as much as you want. Go back to the other side, push all of these off over here, take the far left, cross it over, loosely tape it down, and over, under, tight. Over, under, tight. Yep. My finger in there and just get that knot a little further up. There we go. My tape's not holding for some reason. God, you'd think I was having an earthquake here with as much as the camera's moving. I'm not, just a snowstorm. But I think half of you are about to get my snow, so sorry about that. But see how it's easier when you have the whole thing clipped down, so you can get both hands in there and you're not trying to hold it with one and pull with the other. Now, normally I'd go back and make that a little bit tighter right there so it's not as loose, but for the sake of today, I'm going to let it go. There we go, just cinch that a little bit more. And once we get this done, we're going to do the same process as we did on the one last week. We're going to, again, you can either cut it, then run your comb through to fray it, or you can fray it, then cut it, or you can cut it, then fray it, then trim it up again. Whatever works for you. Okay. And with the length that I have on this, I probably could go another line, but I'm not going to. Alright, so now we are almost at the center here. So this time I want to, whoops, I didn't do that one all the way to the bottom, did I? That was kind of obvious. How did y'all let me miss that one? My bad. Alright, now we've got it. So left over right, under, tie it, left over right, under, and tie it. There we go. So we'll stop there. So from here we could trim it up, because you can see I've got some long lengths and short lengths, or I can fray it and then trim it up. Whichever you want to do, whichever's easier. For this pattern, I would probably follow the diagonal of this in the way I cut this. So good idea, put a ruler right up against this and trim. Then go over to this other side, put a ruler up against it and trim. Then go through, use your comb, still can't find my magic comb, and again a new one is tied up with Amazon, and then we'd go through, comb out our ends, and that's how we get this. Alright you guys, hope that helps you in making your designs. This is the rainbow design of wood, so just wanted to show you that. Have a great day. Let me know if you have any questions.